What is up guys, Ace here from Fit to Play Games and welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to show you 5 games from my personal collection that have started to rise up in the retro games market, and also we'll talk a little bit why I think retro games right now 2021 is so expensive. So let's go. So guys, video games are getting so expensive and I wish I can tell you that it's gonna get better, but no, it's not gonna get any better. It's only gonna get worse because these games that I'm talking about are rare and obscure and hard to find. And I'm not talking about rare games that were created to be rare, especially coming from companies such as Limited Run, Super Rare Games, and Strictly Limited Games, etc. I'm not talking about those games. Now, they are fantastic companies, don't get me wrong, but the topic for today are really hard to find games, rare games that came out before all of these games that were being created to be rare came out. The main reasons why I think retro video games has started to skyrocket in 2021 is because of COVID-19. And I know I might get flagged by saying COVID-19 in this video, but I'm just trying to put the facts together, or actually trying to express myself on why I think the retro video game market has skyrocketed, and it's COVID-19. And I'm not trying to say anything bad or anything related to COVID-19. I'm just saying it happened and now it's affected the entire retro video game market. And let me tell you why. One of the main reasons were people were out of work. People were out of school. Everybody just kind of had this stay-at-home mandated for every state, and we just kind of hunkered down and stayed there and did our own thing, cleaned the house, you know, mopped the floors, whatever. But after that, there's this huge gap that everybody kind of had to find something productive to do. But then nothing. If you're not got nothing else to do, if you're done with everything that you need to do in a day, that means you'll be sitting there trying to watch TV, trying to see if this COVID thing is gonna, you know, just kind of slip out of everybody's mind, gone with the wind or whatnot. But no, that's not what happened. Everybody started feeling nostalgia, especially not getting outside. It's just gonna drive you nuts. So people started thinking, hey, I have this old Super Nintendo that was in the basement, or this old NES that I have somewhere in the attic. Let's go ahead and look for it, because I know there's some games that I totally enjoyed playing that video game system. So there you go. People started to feel that nostalgia. Some of the games that they used to enjoy they didn't have anymore. So now everybody started jumping into the market. So with COVID-19 being the main culprit for the rise of retro video games prices going up, everybody found a reason to start selling some of their collection, and therefore selling their collection to people that really want to feel that, or want to reminisce those times and feeling nostalgic for that game. They didn't mind paying the high MSRP for a used video game, and people were willing to sell their collection because people were trying to get their hands on it during that time. It still is right now, and the prices are just going up and up and up. That's one of the main reasons why I think retro video games have started to go up in price. Guys, check this. According to pricecharting.com, which is a pretty good source for checking out the prices on your video games, they stated that around March 2020, when COVID hit us and then everybody had to stay at home after that, the prices on retro video games has risen up to 33%. That's a huge percentage for video games, especially retro video games, to go up to. So guys, I want you to check out this website out. It's called Racket.com. This website actually is a website that I read a little recently, but this was kind of somewhere around 2018. I was just trying to be curious. I was trying to see how much some of my games costed back in 2018, and I was trying to compare that to 2021, and there is a huge difference. And if you guys check out this website right here, some of these games that were listed, these are just 10 games, and I have one of the games, maybe 2 games from this list, but you know, it tells you kind of how much it is from 2018, and now you try to compare that. And here, you know, we're gonna go jump into eBay But before we go do that, I want to show you the 5 games that have started to jump in price that I already own in my collection. Alright guys, so this is the first game of the list of 5, and I'm not going to try and pull punches here. We're going to go straight for the haymaker, and that is a sealed copy of the Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo GameCube. And if you guys hover right over here on my left side, I'll show you how much this is priced currently from pricecharting.com, and it's right over here. It's provided for you. And if you guys are probably wondering how much is this kind of costing right now from eBay, we're gonna go ahead and switch the screen real quick to show you when was the last Zelda Twilight Princess was sold from eBay. So this is what I found. So as you guys can see, I'm typing in when was the last Zelda sold, and it says right there May 30th of 2021 it was sold for $1,050, and that is a brand new sealed Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo GameCube. And also we found one here which was, I would say, 20 days after that, before that, and that is May 11th. Another one for May 6th. This one, I guess it was sold a little bit on the lower side because of the fact that it only had 7.5 water grading, but it's consistent. You guys can really see how much these things are rising in price for. So our second game in question out of 5 is The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages for the Nintendo Game Boy Color. This is brand new, sealed in the box. It also has this awesome, wonderful hard plastic cover so it can be protected and not get scratched, just kind of safely keeping it from any other thing that could actually rip the plastic out. But aside from that, I want you guys to check out how much this is going for right now under price charting. And currently on eBay, I think this is going for a lot. I mean, right now it's $503 for a sealed copy according to pricecharting.com, but as we browse through eBay, it says right over here that this game is currently being sold somewhere around $600 to $700, especially when eBay is already implementing tax for each state that is the buyer, where the buyer is coming from. So if you guys have a higher tax, then that means you're going to be paying a lot more if you are currently buying something from eBay, which is, I think, it's not really fair, but at the same time, I think they're also eBay is also thinking about, you know, these people are making a lot of money, we got to get a cut because they're using our program. I don't know, I just feel like that's just how it is at eBay. So our third one from our list is a PlayStation 1 sealed copy of Tales of Destiny 2, and right here currently on my left side is how much it's going for as a sealed copy according to pricecharting.com. As you can see, some of the information, as we scroll down a little bit, you'll see some prices from Amazon. Currently on eBay it's $414, but as I started going through eBay, I saw that some of the prices are not consistent just because there is not a lot of a brand new sealed copy of the game being sold currently at eBay. So if you guys take a look at what we have here, eBay, I think there's one that was, they were trying to sell it for 750 plus something, but you know, obviously that's the only brand new sealed copy that I have seen so far. And I'm in no way thinking of selling any of my collection, guys. This is just my curiosity on how much some of the games that I have that are sealed in my collection would be, and I'm just really impressed and in awe how much these games are priced at now for being that old. So they are valuable, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting some of these games in graded, so you know I can protect them. So the fourth game from our list is Blood Will Tell for the PlayStation 2. Now this game and I have a history. We go way back. I'm the second owner of this game. This is actually a game that I have bought from Disc Replay back when I was a sophomore in high school, and the reason I bought it is when I finished the entire Devil May Cry 1 and 2, I was kind of craving for more. Of course, the God of War series was probably one of the best games that I have actually played on the PlayStation 2, but I was craving something a little bit more different, with a different twist, different plots, and something really interesting. And therefore I came across this from Disc Replay, and I was like, that looks like it has a very interesting storyline. It looks like it's got some awesome gameplay that looks similar to Devil May Cry as well as God of War. So I ended up picking it up, and according to RacketBoy.com, this game around 2018 was only costing somewhere around $106 to $180 used, and also I think somewhere around $200. I don't remember on top of my head because I just showed that to you guys from the very beginning. I believe that this was going for 200 or at least 120 sealed. But right now, as we take a look from price charting, as you guys can see, it has risen in price. And even compared to eBay, if we look at it closely, this game just literally risen up in price. I know that obscurity of this game definitely makes it one of those games that are considered rare and hidden gems for the PlayStation 2. And you know, PlayStation 2, when the PlayStation 2 came out, it was just a beehive of a ton of obscure and different games that you could literally collect, and eventually would help you build up that entire collection of hidden gem games that is definitely going to be worth a lot of money, you know, as we get near into the far future that we are in now. Alright guys, so before we get into our last and final video game that have risen in price, I just want to mention this before I end this video. And guys, I have completely ignored the Japanese versions and the PAL versions of the game that I have shown here today, just because I feel like, since I'm from the US, guys, most of the valued games are from the US. If you guys even check eBay, most of the games that are of a higher value are actually in US dollars. So I am not including the Japanese imports, although that could be an alternative for you guys if you don't want to pay that much money for the games that I have mentioned here. But at the same time, I'm only mentioning the ones that I have personally owned, or that I own personally. Anyway, let's jump into the last video game that have risen in price, and that is the Suikoden 2 game for the PlayStation 1. Guys, this Suikoden is originally mine. I am the very first owner of this Suikoden. I got this back in 1999. That was the time when I finished Final Fantasy VIII, and I needed some more RPGs in my life, and my best friend actually introduced me to Suikoden. Then I got to play that game with T.O. McDowell, and eventually they came out with Suikoden 2, and this one was the better of the two titles at that time. And this is one of those awesome valuable games that now is outrageously priced. And I'm not, like I said guys, I'm not planning to sell any of these, and this is probably at my fault. The Suikoden 2 that I have is actually missing my manual. I don't know where I put it. I moved 3 times in my lifetime in Illinois, and I don't know where it is. It probably got thrown into the garbage by my parents, or my mom probably just threw it in the garbage just because it's not inside a disc. Anyway, I have the original disc. I am the very first owner of this game. This is a pre-loved video game. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 games that I own personally in my own collection that have started to rise up in price as of June 2021. Guys, quick question. What games do you guys have in your collection that have started to rise up in price? Let me know in the comments below. And also, guys, if this is your first time in the channel and you appreciate and you like these types of videos, make sure you drop the video one of these, and also consider subscribing to the channel because it will only get bigger and that would help the channel grow. Until then, see you next time.